for the last 5 years. And I am going to do a several part series here on the H1 satellite findings that I've had because it's just too much to put into one video. So consider this part one. And let me show you what I mean. So a couple days ago we were looking at the stereo ahead H1. This is from 29th December 2015. This is where we were seeing this object move from the sun over to the right, seemingly into what I thought was Mars and Venus, excuse me. And this object is in the background, and then we see this familiar shape here, which is where we would see Nibiru. And I don't know if we're dealing with several stars or what. So to further look at the science part of this, I'm looking at, this is what it's telling me for that day, or thereabouts, where stereo should be. And I thought stereo, I'm coming to learn that I thought stereo should be looking at this side, but so I just kind of thought maybe it was looking at this side. I didn't know why. But anyway, it's confusing. So I'm bringing it to my subscriber base to look at it and give me your comments, because this is weird. Now let me continue with the weirdness. I went back 1 year, 12/21/2014, or thereabouts, where I got another great view of this object. This one. Now don't think it's the same size, because if I match the granularity of these two images, this is much, confusingly larger, smaller, I don't know. But then I took the solar to shock to find this out. I'm looking at where the Earth should be here, and it makes sense that I'm seeing maybe Neptune and possibly Mars, and then seeing Venus come around the corner here. So this looks correct. So I'm looking at this side of the sun. But look at 2415. Did they switch the side of the sun that we're looking at? I don't know. It's interesting, isn't it? Alright, so here's the shocking comparison. First, I'm going to show you the moving video of stereo head H1 in 2014. Now notice the direction of the triangular pyramidal shaped cluster. It's moving into the sun. And then all of a sudden I've got everything moving, everything's moving this way. And where do my planets go? Wouldn't they be going this way? Anyway, confusing, right? So after we look at 12/25/2014, let's take a look at let's take a look at 12. This is from 2015. Now check this out. This is the object went by, and then boom! This is where we lost 4 days of footage, and it goes doosh to the left into the sun. But notice, this is going away from the sun. It's going away from the sun. In the other image, if it was a background star cluster, it wouldn't have came in. Very confusing stuff, right? So here's my image, and I just turned it backwards for 2015 for 12/29. I just turned it backwards, and I'm assuming that we have a star system that is actually moving this way, and these two critters don't belong here. This could possibly be Mercury, I don't know. Then I found this deep space IR photograph from 2002 that seems to match this triangular shape object. So that's kind of interesting. And then of course we got core going crazy, but this is me pasting together core and what we saw when I was showing this thing and showing these things, that this is what we are actually looking at right now, I think, in terms of in space, if we didn't have it all covered up. So it's just my idea. Again, this is part one. We're going to go into more, absolutely more details. And what it really all has to do with is just, why are they covering this stuff up? What is up with the chemtrails? Why are they covering up this celestial activity? And what we are actually seeing now is, I think, this interaction between our star system, or a couple of stars, or a collision of some sort in space that they're covering up, and you'll see that they'll be chemtrailing it all over the place. But these are the images, most shocking images that I've seen so far of the plume and we've been studying it and more is being led. So anyway, I'm not going to go into this. Let's. I want to take you over to actually some live imagery that we're looking at right now. So I actually pulled up 2012, and I want to show you the starting points again. Here's some of the strange stuff I'm coming up with. So here's 2012, and I'm going to go through each year in different videos, and we'll talk about it some more and study it together. But check out 2012, 1201, and where everything should be is Earth should be here. We should be seeing Mars in the scope, which I think we are, and everything seems well and good, right? Here we go. I'm gonna blow your mind here, man. Watch. Now this is going through 2012 to the second. It's just gonna go through the month. Speed it up a little bit for you. So wait a second. Shouldn't Mars be moving this way? Shouldn't it be? Wait a second. Well, maybe Mars is moving that way. Okay, whatever. What's this? What's that? What is that? It's a star. What's it doing so close to us in 2012? So here's a little validation for my old Nibiru people that got stomped in 2012. I don't know where this thing came from or where it was going, but apparently it's coming back. That's what I think's happening right now. Check out that big, sunlight